Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Publio. I'm going to sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment, to prepare ourselves for the Spiritist talk tonight. So, the first one is Calm Me Down. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me in his arms I sway. Body harmonizes how well done the hay. Music lifts his spirits in sweet ballet. Nature's love a constant giveaway. In joy, peace, my heart find its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me in his arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me in his arms I sway. The second one is a song called Good Old Man. It's about Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky. Gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, giving joy, or in pain. Oh, crystal eyes, color of the sky. Gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Bezerra de Menezes, also of the good, receive our prayers and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, also of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Bezerra de Menezes, apostle of the good, receive our prayers and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. The last song is called Love in Action. Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor, to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all this transformation, we just have to put love in action. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all this transformation, we just have to put love in action.
Say me name wherever you are. Glowing seeds of love as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame need. We'll be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start. When the sun turns off the moonlight, we get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise. And on the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, a new beginning calling after every end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side.
Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody is wherever you are. Glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught. Ooh.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our Spiritist talk. We are happy to have you here. For those of you watching now or watching later. And before we start, as usual, a few announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place if that is possible. Our meeting will have a 30-minute presentation followed by Q&A. Then after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Concafras Americas through their Facebook and also every Wednesday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. New class will be starting in fall. More information will be given soon. Stay tuned. We also offer live gospel at home. The gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the gospel at home. By posting in our chat, you can request it. Let us know. And you are mostly welcome to include your or someone else's name on our list of positive vibrations. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits. Please find the link in our chat. And today we have a special topic, meaning not our usual special topic, but an important topic. We are starting the Spirit's book, and we will have the honor of learning from it from our brother Publio, who will be speaking about the introduction of the study of Spiritism on the Spirit's book. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of the talk. And now it's time to bring our brother Publio, who will also be doing our opening prayer. How
Hello,
are you, my
Rodrigo.
friend?
I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you?
It's always a big pleasure to be your host and to listen to your talk. May the Father inspire your words, my friend, and I will see you later.
Thank you. Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, all of you, to have give me this opportunity. So, as usual, our meeting we start with a prayer. So, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes, thinking about those songs that calm our hearts. And in this moment, say, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be here united with brothers and sisters for many different places. Please allow the good spirits to be with us, instructing us, inspiring us to talking about the Spiritism, to learn about the Spiritism. May your blessing be with us today and forever. So be it. Dear brothers and sisters, well, for me was at this opportunity to talk about the Spiritism, the introduction of the book, the Spirit's book. Just a reminder, he was wrote in 1857, and it's already 167 years. So, of course, many things changed in this period, but we're going to talk about the Spiritism on the 21st second century. So, some parts of the introduction, I understand is a long introduction, but we have to put in our mind when Kardec put together this book, all the information, all the questions. So he was trying to show the population, show the people what is about the Spirit's book, what it is. So he started talking and informing people what is about the Spirit's book. So as we know, if you don't know yet, but the Spirit's book is a book with questions and answers. It's a very interesting book because a branch almost all the subject that you can think. Oh, like uh, there is life in another planet. What is God? What is Jesus? What happened with me after I passed away? So all these subjects you can find good answer. And the good thing is not Kardec answer, but the spirits that went to the other side and came to help. So let's start studying the introduction. So the new era for a regeneration of humanity. So why is a new era? 19 or 1857. So we understand that we had already three revelations. The first one was Moses that brought us the 10 commandments. The second one was Jesus Christ. It's already 2,000 years. He brought us the law of love. And the Spiritism came to remind us all the teachings that Jesus Christ brought and teach things that we couldn't understand 2,000 years ago. So let's go. Look up the Spirit's book, the introduction. The Spirits announce that the times marked by providence for our universal manifestation have arrived, and that being God's ministers and agents of His will, their mission is to instruct, and enlighten people, open a new era for the regeneration of humanity. So when the Spiritists came and have this compilation of question, all the moral part, the philosophical part, and the religious part, that was time for the new era to start. So how this happen? How do we gonna regenerate? So that's plan for tonight. Understand a little bit about. So the spirits said to Kardec, same sentiment of love and charity. They told him, be zealous for persevering this work you have undertaken with our assistance. For this work is yours. In it, we lay the foundation of the new edifice destined to the someday unite all humankind in one and the same sentiment of love and charity. It's very interesting because Spiritism didn't come to destroy another religion, another society. No, Spiritism came to help people to understand. And yes, you don't need to change your religion. You don't need to change the way you think, the philosophical way you think, but you have to change yourself to become a better person. So that's what Spiritism came to help us to be a better person. How is that? Because Spiritism had periods, like didn't start right away. Most of us, or many of us, already knew that before 1857, a lot of phenomena start occurring in all around the world. But we had one very close to us in Hydesville with the Fox sisters. They start talking to the spirits through knocking the wall and stuff like that. If you are interested, there's a book about this. But start doing this around the world. So the spiritism has three different periods to come to this conclusion, to come to 1857 in a book called Spiritist Book. So the development of these ideas present three distinct periods. First, the period of curiosity provoked by the strangeness of the phenomena produced. So that's what I said. People in Paris saw tables talking, sending messages, people talking to the spirits in those how they called those table that they put a leg there. So was the beginning of the phenomena, because they have to just the people start getting curiosity to about what behind of all this. The second period of the reasoning and philosophy. So like Kardec start paying attention on this phenomena, because he was like a skeptic too. I said, a table giving an answer, that's impossible. Table cannot think. Table cannot have a intelligent answer. But he start studying and said, okay, there's something behind this table. What they want to show us. So he start studying and get knowledge about the spirits, what they want to tell. Was that period of reasoning and philosophy. The third period or application and consequences. So we have the curiosity, the second one, the reasoning and philosophy, studying, and now we are this is the time to apply what we learn, because we're gonna understand Spiritism didn't came to change the world. They came to change ourselves, the way we think. So if I change the way I think, I change the way I'm gonna do things. So the consequence, I understand if I do this, and that is gonna happen this. Many people used to say, is the karma law. It's karma is not the right word. Karma is a different word, but it's this idea. If you do this, you're gonna happen this. Very simple. And it came to help us to understand that. So the first one, reference for what spiritists have as reference, God. First of all, in the first question of the Spirit's book is the question, what is God? And you're going to say, Publio, what? Should be who? So Kardec explained, yes, it's what? Because when you think who, we think already a person, and God is much more than a person. So he asked the question, who is God? God is the intelligence, supreme intelligence, the primary cause of everything. So in the 21st second, did matter exist from all eternity like God, or was it created by him at some point? So Kardec was very, very intelligent. And he asked, okay, so God exists. So the matter exists before God, or God create? How is that? And the spirits came with the answer. Only God knows. However, there is something that reason must indicate, that God, a model of love and charity, has never been inactive. So it's already a question for us to start thinking, okay, like all the things that exist in the world is not a phenomenon that create by itself. God is behind of everything. Reference for evolution. So we have Jesus Christ in the question 625. What is the most perfect type that God has offered to humans to serve as a guide and model? The spirit was very, very short. And see Jesus. So Jesus Christ is the most perfect person, type of person that could be here to teach us how to be a human in the future. So they continue. Jesus is the type of moral perfection to which humanity can aspire on earth. God offered him to us as the most perfect model. The doctrine he taught is the purest expression of divine law, because Jesus, the purest being that appeared on earth, is animated by the divine spirit. So, just for us to understand, the most perfect being that came to earth is Jesus Christ, is a model for all of us. I know a lot of questions already coming to your mind. Just wait a little bit, or you can put the question and we're going to try to answer in the end. Spiritism, like I said to you, Spiritism has the inner reform. What it is, Publio, inner reform, that's the thing that everybody have to start thinking, because Spiritism is not going to change you, or it's not going to change me, or the guy that is the speaker is going to change me. No. When we look the answer for this spirit, Saint Augustine, this is in the Spiritist book, question 919. What I did when I lived on earth. They question him what to do to be a better person, what you did, because if you know the story about Saint Augustine, you understand why he's like that. What we do to be a better person? He said, at the end of the day, I interrogate my conscience, review what I had done, and ask myself if I had failed in any duty. If anyone would have reason to complain, that was how I got to know myself and see what in me need to be reformed. So look at the answer. Nobody's gonna tell you, oh, Publio, you have to change this, and that. No, I have to do this by myself. I have to understand, and I have to change by myself. Nobody's gonna change ourselves, because we have the free will. So not even God touch our free will. If you don't want to change, you're not going to change. But the Spiritism came and showed us, yes, but I have to do this by myself. Can I have help? Yes. Selfishness is the source of all vices. Just as charity is the source of all virtues. Destroying one and developing the other should be the aim of all efforts of humans, if they want to ensure their happiness both on earth and in the future. So see, is continue the question 917. So the charity is the way. So we have in the Spiritism, charity is the way. Like Jesus Christ, I'm the way, right? Let's continue. Spiritism also shows us the necessity of studies. Look what the spirits told Kardec. We would add that the study of the doctrine like Spiritism, which suddenly unveils such a new and grand revelations, can only be profitable pursued by serious, persevering, and open-minded individuals, animated by a firm and sincere desire to arrive at the result. Continuity is what characterizes serious study. So in that time, Kardec already told, for you to understand, for you to learn, you have to be serious. You have to persevere. Like, oh, I'm going to start today, and tomorrow said, oh, I don't like Spiritism. So you start one page, 2 pages, and think that you understood everything, and that's the reason you don't like. So that Kardec showing that is impossible. You have to continue studying. And like I said in the beginning, Spiritism didn't came to destroy anything. It came to put in practice everything that Jesus Christ brought to us in his lessons. Let's continue. Spiritism came and showed us about this obsession. That obsession is disobsession. This obsession could be fascination exerted by an evil spirit, be such that the person subject does not perceive it. Like many times we get influence that we don't realize that someone is influencing us. Like a social media, they influence us, and we sometimes we don't see it, like a commercial that induces us to do things that sometimes we don't see. And at that time, Spirit Kardec asked a question. Sometimes the spirits can influence us and we cannot see. Can a third person then seize the subjugation? Or there's another group that can help to stop that subjugation? In this case, what condition must be fulfilled? If this third person is a good man, his will can help if he asks for the cooperation of good spirits. So we're going to understand that the Spiritist Center, we can get help to many situations in our life. Like our brother said in the beginning, we have a book of vibration. If you want to get a vibration, put your name there or for someone that you know. Or if you want to do a gospel at home, bring Jesus Christ to your home. Study a little bit about his gospel. Yes, we can help. These are spiritism working. Education. There will be success, however, if the evil is attacked at its root. That is through education, not the education that lends to make people educated, but the one that tends to form good men. Education, well understood, is the key of moral progress. So here we have to understand, when we talk about education, we're not just talking about going to university and have a course here and there, but we're talking about the educate a person to be a better man or a better woman. Education means understand and change yourself. So, yes, I'm not going to get a diploma to be a good person, to be a charitable person, because this depends on myself. I have to do it by myself. I have to decide what I'm doing. So we get a lot of examples in many different countries. So we have, for instance, we have one restaurant free in the United States. A person that create a restaurant say, okay, if you have money to pay the food, okay, we accept. If you don't have money, no problem. You're gonna eat the same way. And if you want to help me to make the food, I'm accept to. This person is not linked to any religion. His name is Bon Jovi. He started doing this. Nowadays, he have almost 10 restaurants in the United States. So what happened? He changed himself and understood that fame, money is not everything. He started doing things to help people. Look at that. This is education. He understands by himself like many different people. I'm just mention him, but we have many different people in many religions too. We have Mother Teresa of Calcutta. We have Chico Xavier in Brazil. So again, this education that we need, that the Spiritism is gonna help and lead to change the world. Charity, like I said, let the principle of charity and fraternity be the basis of social institution, of legal relations from people to people and from individual to individual. And each person will think less on of themselves as soon as they observe that others thinking of them. Everyone will experience the moralizing influence of example and the contact. Because when you do a good thing, people gonna start observing you. It's gonna like, okay, he's doing this. I can do the same. I can get better. I can be a better person. That's the power of charity. And we have many, many groups in the world. We have the food bank that asks help for many people. We have many different organizations that helps people. So you can engage in one of them and start doing. We don't need a law that the government is going to say from nowadays everybody have to dedicate 10 hours a month to help people. We don't need this law. We need the law of love in our heart that's going to change ourselves to make this by heart. But the Spiritism also it's against or it's, I'm not going to say against, but we do campaigns that abrange the love of life, the importance of life. So we're going to defend the life. So yes, the Spiritism is against abortion. And the question 344, they clarify why the Spiritism is against abortion. At the what moment does the soul unite the body? The union begins at the conception, but is only complete at birth. From the moment of conception, the spirit designated to inhabit a certain body is connected to it by a fluidic link, which becomes tighter and tighter until the moment when the child sees the light. There's more. Spiritism also defend the life against the suicide. It's not, remember, the point is we try to help people don't do this, because a human life is very, very important thing in our lives. To get incarnated here is very hard and difficult. So the question 944, does the human being have the right to end their own life? No. Only God has this right. Voluntary suicide is a transgression of his law. So if you keep going, we're going to understand what is voluntary and involuntary suicide. So we have campaigns now in September, we call a Yellow September in around the world to prevent the suicide. So if you want to participate with us, come and we're going to work together. Also, Spiritists are against euthanasia because fatal is the true sense of the word, is only the moment of death. Once this moment has arrived, in one way or another, you cannot escape it. So euthanasia is almost the same thing as suicide. You ask for the turn off the machines or something like that. So again, only the God knows the exactly time that you finish this life. So don't anticipate, because you're gonna have consequences after, because we understand the Spirit is gonna show us that all acts have a, every act have a reaction. Another one, defense of life against the death penalty. We barely see this nowadays, but yes, it's still going on in many different countries. Question 760: will the death penalty disappear one day from human legislation? Inconceivably, the death penalty will disappear, and its abolition will mark a progress in humanity. When people are more enlightened, the death penalty will be completely abolished from the earth. Almost finishing, almost finishing. I know the time is flat. And how about dissemination of spiritism? People, I really like these ideas. What do we have to do? How it's going? So look at this comment from Saint Augustine. What is why we first drew your attention to phenomena capable to impressing your sense, and now give you instruction that each of you is tasked with spreading. So all of us have the responsibility to disseminate these ideas. For this purpose, we dictated the Spirit's book. So what can I do? Study. So when we study, we understand what we have to do. And we're going to understand too that the most powerful tool that we have is our example. Improvement of institutions. As people become enlightened about spiritual matters, they give less value to material things. Moreover, it is necessary to reform human institutions that feed and stimulate them. These depend on education. Again, I'm talking about education, changing the way we think, changing the way we are. This is education. And sometimes we're not going to get a diploma for this. And we have to think and change ourselves. Don't need anybody to point, oh, you have to change this in your life. We have many different instructions, what we do, and it's it's wrong. So we don't need people pointing our failures. And almost the end. And is this possible to change the world? Is it possible to change people? Because it's already 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ came with instruction, and still we are still doing almost the same thing. 167 years, Kardec came with the Spirit's book, and yes, we're still doing a lot of things. It is possible to change the world? Yes, it's possible. Because if you have already walked 10 steps, you can walk 20, and so on. Yes, everybody can change. And depend on me, depend on you, depend on everybody. And as we know, things are happening much faster than used to be years and years ago. So yes, one action here can result in many different things, good things or bad things. So it depends on us. And before I finish, since I talk about studies, the necessity of study, there's I'm gonna leave for the end. So the almost finishing threefold aspect of doctrine. So the Spiritism again didn't come to change the another religions or anything. The Spiritism came to help and have three different aspects. The scientific, concerning the manifestation of spirits. The experimental part of Spiritism is found in the Medium's book. So if you want to understand how the spirits communicate, how it goes, how is the medium, so here is the part in the Spiritism that you can study through the medium's book. The philosophical part of Spiritism regarding the principle, including the moral ones, on which its doctrine is based, found on the Spirit's book. And the last one, religious, because you will understand that when we talk about religion, we're talking about the moral, and who we have as a model of moral that came help us, Jesus Christ. So we consider religion. So the religious or moral parts of Spiritism is contained in the Gospel according to Spiritism. Studied because the moral consequence of human actions. So in Gospel according to Spiritism, we're going to understand the consequence of our acts. Like when Jesus Christ talked about the worker of the last hour, who was them? Who, what they did, what they didn't do. So we understand everything that we do has a consequence. And the last one is invite you. If you want to understand, I know that I'm talking too much. It's a lot of information. Just for you to understand, it's almost 50 pages, or 75 pages of introduction, because Kardec was showing for people what was Spiritism in the introduction. If you want to understand, if you want to study a little bit more, come and study with us and get to know Spiritism, that we're going to start in September 7th. So everybody is welcome. Publio, but I'm from another religion. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Spiritism is not going to change your religion. Come and start to understand. Again, Spiritism came to help us to be a better person. So you don't need to change your religion. You don't need to change anything. You have to change only yourself, the inside yourself, feelings, your love. So this way, I'm gonna finish because the time is flying, and there's questions, and I hope I can answer to you. Thank you very, very much. I'd like to ask Rodrigo to come here.
Oh, my friend,
Hello.
this was a big undertaking. 45 pages of introduction. Thank you for nicely
It was
summarizing all of that to us.
it is understanding. Yeah, and it's very interesting because in that time, 607 years ago, Kardec was talking with people that has science, philosophers. He was part of the group of the great and brilliant minds in Paris in that time. So he had to explain everything by detail. So nowadays, sometimes you say just a few words and the person understands very well because they don't have that spirit of uh, question or changing or challenging. So people have a good heart and they accept those questions. So that's the reason. But if you are interested to study a little bit, I invite you 45 pages of introduction of the Spiritism.
And
But
if you,
uh,
no, sorry, go
this book
ahead.
is this book is the beginning of Spiritism. So it's very important to understand some details. Like Kardec talk about words that he invented because that time didn't have a word like spiritism, spiritualism, spiritists. So what it is not the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. So to understand spiritism, yes, we have to study a little bit, make easier. Sorry.
No, no worries. And if you who are watching us, if you are interested, we have posted the link to download the Spiritist book in English for free. So you can
Yeah.
follow along our following studies and verify the introduction of Spirit's book. And I do have one question for you.
Mm.
So if I'm new to Spiritism, we we know the importance to study the gospel according to Spiritism. In our announcements, we mentioned that we can help uh, 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 people who are interested in starting a new study. Why should we also study the Spirit's book in addition to the gospel according to Spiritism?
So, okay, those three aspects is very interesting. The philosophical area, like thinking, like you have to understand, is the Spirit's book. The gospel according to Spiritism, they talking about the gospel of Jesus Christ, the teachings of Jesus Christ for the point of view of Spiritism. So Kardec comment that the passage that Jesus Christ told, like I said, when he talked with the doctor of the law, say, "Oh, you have to reborn." The doctor said, "What? How can reborn? Go back to my womb, mom?" And Jesus said to him, "You are the doctor, don't understand. So how can I explain?" So in that time, Jesus Christ, it was very hard to talk about reincarnation because even the doctor couldn't understand. So that's the reason, Rodrigo. We have different areas to study. Like when we start the medium's book, we will understand the spirits, how they communicate. How can you see if the medium is a serious medium? How about mediumship? What Kardec, what the spirits say about the mediumship? Well, okay, they say that mediumship is something that doesn't belong to us. So God gave us as a gift, and we have to give as a gift. So, but I'm not going to create here a polemic, but yes, we're going to understand that mediumship is free. So, but everybody is welcome to start with us. And if you have questions, come start with us. Many different. What is God? Jesus Christ, reincarnation. What is Kardec? What is obsession? What is obsession? Like when you talk about charity, how I can do charity here? The people don't need. The people here are rich people, and they don't need. Everybody needs something. Sometimes some people need a comfort of a heart that can hear, can listen, right? And you can ask me, Publi, oh, there's some question. So you can ask Publi, okay, cannot come all the time in the Spiritist talk here at Tuesday, every Tuesday. You can go to YouTube, or maybe in your city has a different Spiritist center. So here in Toronto, I know there's 3 different Spiritist center. So you can try to find it. You go to the internet and find. I know in many different locations in Canada that speak English, they have Spiritist center. I know that in the area Franco language, they have Spiritist center that speak French. So yes, the Spiritist is around the world. Groups in many different. Like we have not a couple of weeks ago, we have a continental conference in Luanda, Africa. Yes, they have Spiritists there too. So yes, we can find groups that can study in Portuguese, in English. I know that we have groups that study Spanish. We have groups studying in Italian. Even Italian, there's a group studying Spiritism in Italian. So everybody is welcome. You can put your name here, can ask questions. We're gonna be very happy to help somehow.
The universal language of Spiritism.
Yes, and the good thing that's the universal language of Spiritism. So you see that message come from Ferrum, and Chico Xavier used to say the same thing. There will be a day that there's no different religion, only one religion, and the religion is gonna call love. So
Very well
yes, in
put.
the future, because like doesn't matter if I believe this saint or not, or Buddha or a different gods. What is important? It's here in my heart. What I do of all those informations that I have, that's what's important.
Thank
And
you again
welcome
for
to
this.
come to study with us
Yeah.
every Saturday.
Thank you for this
Okay?
gentle introduction. And it was so nicely executed that the only question was mine, so everybody understood well. So thank you.
It's a good sign. Thank you very, very much, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank
All right. And now it is time for the preparation for tonight's spiritual treatment. Pass is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Passes help us restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with healthy, positive energy. And in order to receive the benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or just remain in prayer. You may close your eyes if that helps. During the pass, the water you set aside will absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. And now it's time for a prayer in preparation for the pass, which will also be our closing prayer. So I ask you to close your eyes, elevate your thoughts in gratitude for Jesus, for this talk, for the dedication of our brother who summarized so many pages of your doctrine to all of us, for the time put. Thank you. Thank you for this group with open arms for whoever is willing to help or work. Thank you for the chance we have to spread your gospel, to talk about your doctrines, the doctrine of love. Thank you for our guardian angels and the patrons of this group, for the continuous support we receive week in, week out, for the protection we received today, inspiration. Thank you because we were united in your name. We ask you, Father, that you bless our homes, that your peace can fill our homes, our families, nourish our spirits, O Father, and bless especially our brother Publio and his family. Help him with everything he needs, for anything he needs. Also ask you to bless our brothers and sisters in our vibration list. Give them strength, peace. Help them overcome their difficulties. We ask you, Father, that you stay with us now and always. Amen.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position, which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Concaphras, Americas at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube from Spiritism Canada and Spiritism Group Path of Light. Have a wonderful night. God bless you all.